Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. As we do every Monday, we check in with Dan Smith from Vail Mountain Rescue. We're going to learn about the avalanche danger out there and what sort of missions that their team has been on. How has it been? What's going on in the backcountry?
This week, 2 missions. The backcountry, the basic snow that's there is very settled, but you get a 2-day dump and it loads on top, it is going to slide. Yeah. You've got huge wind loads up on these cornices. They're going to go, I think I said last week, all a shrine bowl ripped out from a high pointer, somebody running their snow machine up to the top and outran the avalanche. So it's not a time to be stupid out there.
No, it definitely isn't.
It's never really a time to be stupid.
And we got a lot of late season snow too.
Much more we usually get. But the 2 missions, we had a missing skier who, this was the interesting part, his parents didn't know whether he was on Vail or Beaver Creek or in the backcountry. So this gives us a really good starting point.
Oh, wow.
And after some canvassing of the bars, it turned out he'd been seen at the Coyote at 4:30. He is no longer our problem at that point. The mountains are closed and he's out. The other one was a fella who was skiing with 3 buddies who had gear on Pitkin Creek and broke his ankle. He was 2.7 miles up the creek and up the creek because you're not coming out with a broken ankle. We had 16 guys going in after him because it would take us about 3 hours to get to him, but then you've got several lowers with ropes coming out. So it'd probably been midnight or 1 before we got him out. We were able to get a Flight for Life helicopter, which is not free. I mean, that's between you and your medical insurance. And they were able to pick him up and get him out. He's from Breckenridge, so they flew him straight over to St. Anthony's in Summit. But they had gear. They had good phone communications with us. We couldn't get a location off the cell phone, but we have another tool we use that will send you a text message. And when you send it back, it automatically grabs the GPS location that your phone says it's at. And he was right on that spot, which was really good. When you don't know where they are, then flights won't come in. I mean, flight will only come in if either we're standing there or we have trust that we have an extremely good position and a good landing zone. Well, we know Pitkin pretty well. I'm up at 3 or 4 times a year. You know where the landing zones are. And we knew where this kid was. He was a couple of 100 feet from an LZ, and it worked out fine.
Oh, wow. But
that's because a lot of things happened right, but they were very, very cold. They would have had trouble spending the night out. They'd have had trouble being there till midnight. So Flight for Life was totally justified. But
wow. Well,
also not free.
No, not free either. And that's the thing. The Flight for Life, yes, that's not free, and that is part, like you said, between you and your insurance. But what your team of 16, what you did is free.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 of them a little burned out to go to work today, but they'll go to work today because they need the paycheck. All our folks, except for the 3 of us that are retired, who were all on this mission, by the way, everybody walks from a paycheck. But the 3 of us that are retired, we're not going 2.7 miles up a steep trail on skis. We're going to slow everybody down if we do that. So we do command functions, or we run the staging area, or in my case, I run the aviation. We do other support functions. But the folks that went out, all of them are kind of in the hurt locker this morning. That was a tough trip. And they got out about, 7 o'clock, I think.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, well, they went in about 3.
Yeah, hopefully we don't need your services, but at least they are there. And you never know. It starts out as a beautiful day in the backcountry, and wow, you break an ankle.
It's so easy to break an ankle. Probably better to break your femur, but it's so easy to break an ankle. All you have to do is twist and not come out of the ski, and you're gonna break something.
All right. Well, Vail Mountain Rescue is a nonprofit organization. We're going to learn a little bit more about their fundraising side, but if you want to learn more about their missions, how to become a volunteer, vailmountainrescue.org. We have Mark up next. He has your weather.